The movement in Warzone and Modern Warfare 2 is slow and clunky. Or is it?
Yeah, boy.
Welcome to the Ultimate Movement Guide. After you are done watching this video, not only will you be armed with a lot of movement mechanics that will make your fights easier, aka getting that KD and win rate up, but you will have a movement that is so fluid and that is so fast that I promise you it will even break aim assist. And forget about missing slide cancelling because you will see that it still exists. And forget about saying that the movement is clunky and really slow because that will change as well. I will go over each movement mechanic by itself, and towards the end of the video, I'll play some clips and break them down and showing you how I'm using them and combining them in different ways and scenarios. Just a small important note that you must have auto tag sprint or tag sprint at least. And the only reason you don't use auto tag sprint or tag sprint if you're a shotgun user. Weapons and how they're built and perks will help. So if you have double time, you'll be able to do these movements more frequently. And if your weapon, let's say, is an SMG and it's built for movement speed, that will also help you do these things more fluidly. Starting off with the most broken mechanic ever, the Insta drop shot, and the never seen upgraded version of it, the Insta drop shot bunny hop. And guys, before you want to try to be a smartass like this guy, this is what a regular drop shot looks like from your POV. And this is what the double speed drop shot looks like from your POV. But look at the difference when it comes to the enemy's POV. Alright, so this is how you're gonna do the double speed drop shot. The first thing that you need to do is you need to be tag sprinting. Once you do that, you need to do 3 different actions. The first is aiming down sight. The second one is moving backwards. And the third one is going prone. Now, to make things easier, just practice having your tag sprint on. And as soon as it's on, move backwards and go prone at the same time. So it needs to look like something like this. Once you get used to tag sprinting, going prone and moving backwards, going prone, moving backwards, start adding the ADS into it. And you'll know that it's working correctly once you feel like you're drop shotting a little bit faster on your screen. Now keep in mind, it will look a little bit faster on your screen, but from the enemy's POV, his aim assist is going to be broken and they will not expect you whatsoever. And if it's close range fight and they're ADSing at the same time, you're going to disappear from their screen. So tag sprint, ADS, go backwards, and go prone. ADS, go backwards, move prone. And just hop into a custom match or go to the DR or DMZ map and just keep practice running like this until you get the hang of it. It's basically snaking. If you can snake, you can do this. And once you get this down, add the ADS to it. And that's it. Simple as that. Aside from using this in gunfights, you guys should try using this as the new slide cancel when you're peeking around corners. Alright, and now for the most broken and most destructive movement mechanic in all of Warzone and Modern Warfare 2, which is the double speed drop shot bunny hop. Now that's just the name I made up. There's no name for it, so it is what it is. Anyways, the only thing that you need to do is master the tutorial that I just talked about before this. Once you get used to it, you just need to add a jump, but you don't add the jump as soon as your double speed drop shot is done, because if you do that, it will look something like this, which is really slow. What you need to do is halfway through the animation, you need to add a jump. So as soon as you're going to double speed drop shot here, you jump. Double speed drop shot, jump halfway. Double speed drop shot, halfway, jump. Double speed drop shot, and jump. As always, practice it the same way you practiced on the movement before. And once you're done with that, you can either jump in your own place, you can jump sideways, or you can jump backwards. All of them work, even to the front. You can also use it to peek around corners. So like if I practice doing this next to a corner that I feel like somebody's here but I'm not sure, instead of peeking it like this and exposing half of my body, I would peek like this. Alright, and now let's talk about fakes. Fakes are one of the most important things I use in my movement, not just to win my 1v1s, but they're used even more for 1v2s, 3s, and 4s. Now fakes are basically tricking your opponent that you're running to a certain direction or somewhere, only to catch them off guard by doing something they don't expect and helping you win the fight. Now, there's no specific way of what a fake is. A fake can be going prone around the corner and waiting for the enemy that is chasing you. It could be running away around the corner and jumping out when the enemy is sprinting nearby. And a double fake, for example, is running in one direction, then jumping in the other and ego chowing. That's especially useful when you don't have cover. and you want to try to make the best out of the situation. And last but not least, jumping backwards as soon as you get shot. And last but not least, I want to talk about my favorite movement mechanic, which is the car hop. Now, this is something specific for Battle Royale and DMZ because in multiplayer you can't use cars and it requires a car. And not just any car, you have to make sure that your car has a door. If you don't have a door, you can't lean out, and if you can't lean out, you can't use this. And it's very simple. Once you're driving a vehicle, lean out of the door and then press the exit button. The faster you're going, the faster you're gonna fly away. Alright, and now how to reset your tag sprint. With slide cancelling gone, we need a new way to reset our tag sprint and always be on the max speed. Now there are 4 ways. Some of them are effective in certain scenarios and some of them are effective in all the scenarios. So the first one is definitely dolphin diving, which is really great for your crossing distances, going into cover, and you're not worried about having to pull up your weapon and shoot. The second one is meleeing, but if you melee like this, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The only way to make sure that it works is you have to melee and hold it a bit and wait till your weapon is like tag sprinting by itself again, which will cost you a lot of time and get you killed if somebody's near you. Now the third one is to ADS, which is really effective in my eyes. Just ADS, that way you're always ready for a fight as soon as your ADS out. If you're tag sprinting again, just make sure that you ADS before your tag sprint is over and you're good to go. And the last one is using your tacticals or lethals, which, as it says, pull up a tactical, switch back to your weapon, and you're tag sprinting. Now, the only problem with this is some lethals and tacticals take more time than others. For example, if you're using a Simtex, it's going to be really slow. The best way to utilize this technique is to pull up using a throwing knife because it has the fastest animation out of all the tacticals and lethals. So when you're sprinting, just gonna wait till my tag sprint is over. Okay, I pull up the throwing knife, switch it back, and there you go. Get used to this and you're gonna have the fastest tag reset out of all the methods. This is a Battle Royale and DMZ specific mechanic, but every time you wanna jump off a cliff, a building, or any ledge, to gain the maximum distance and maximum speed and making yourself a harder target to hit, before you jump off and pull your parachute, make sure that you tag sprint, dolphin dive, and then open it. Not only you get all these benefits that I mentioned, but it'll enable you to get to spots that you were previously unable to just because of the slow speeds that you were using. Most, if not all, of the Call of Duty community think that slide cancelling now is useless because it's no longer the same way it was in Modern Warfare 2019 or Warzone 1. But that is far from the truth, and let me show you why in 2 different ways. So if you want to slide and use the regular one, which you can't stop all the way till the end, yes, it's gonna be useless and you can't pull up your gun and you're gonna lose a lot of fights. Although there's a nice speed boost to it, especially after the Season 3 update, which can help you get to cover really fast if you need to. So keep that in mind when you actually are in a gunfight. Do slide cancel to go to cover. That's the first thing. The second thing is you can actually slide cancel, but only in a very specific and a situational way, but that doesn't mean that you don't need to know about it. You should know about it and you should use it and get used to it. The way to do it is actually in a 90 degrees way, and that's the only way it works. So if you know that somebody's around the corner or you want to peek a corner, when you want to slide cancel, as soon as you're at the point where you want to stop the slide cancel, all you have to do is, if you're on keyboard or mouse and you want to look to the left, use the A button. If you're going to look to the right, use the D button. Or if you're on a controller, you move the analog to the direction that you want to go, and you press space and aim down sight at the same time. So if I want to peek around this corner, I'm going to start my slide, and as soon as I'm at the point where I want to stop it, in my case, I'm going to press the A button and aim down sight and jump at the same time, and will stop wherever I am. And I jump. Now, why is this useful? This is useful because now everybody is now using a slide cancel. Everyone's peeking a corner like this. So people are not going to expect you to peek around like this, where your body is lower. And the moment they adjust their aim and lower it, you're going to jump and also catch them off guard and break their aim another time. So every time you want to check around a corner, you can either use a double speed drop shot, which we talked about in the previous tutorial, or you can use the slide cancel and do it like that. And last but not least, I don't see anyone doing slides to go around cover. What I mean by that is a lot of people like to take cover by just running around the corner or something like that. A better way to do it is to actually slide and curve your slide while doing so. Now, how do you do that? It's just basically by sliding, keeping your movement to the front and going to the left or right. But when you want to aim, don't snap your aim while doing so, because if you do that, you're going to end up hitting a wall. What you need to do is, as you're moving your analog, let's say in this case to the left, or your keyboard pressing A, you want to slowly start shifting your aim so your slide can have a certain curve to it. So this is how it looks like if I snap my aim which is not gonna work, and this is how it looks like if I slowly move around. Alright guys, and now it's time to break down the movement clips like I mentioned before, but before I do so, there are two simple yet important tips that you need to know of. The first one is running from cover to cover to break your enemy's line of sight and protect yourself, of course, and the second one is shouldering or jiggle peeking. These are really simple and don't require a tutorial, but you'll see how effective they are as I break down the clips. And if you found this video helpful, a like and a sub will be highly appreciated. And remember guys, having good movement is great, but it's not the only thing that you need to become a better player. Having a good aim is also an important thing, and if you want to do so, I posted a video just before this talking about all the drill exercises that I do to have an aimbotish aim. I'll have it somewhere here in the video and linked in the description below as well.
Taking effective fire.
By pushing.
Let me see that.
By pushing.
Assault strike moving here.
I'm gonna try to... Ooh!
I'm with you. I'm with
More.
Nice job.
I'm gonna try to... Ooh!
I'm with you. I'm with you.
One more. Can you go to the other side of this wall, please?
Yeah.
Target locked.
He's inside. He's inside.
Yeah, they don't make her. They have guns and a head glitch, and you're finding them in good places, bro.
Oh no, PlayStation! One shot. His teammate ran away inside. He sold his teammate. They could have. What a fake. What a beautiful ass face.
Einen hab ich noch gegen. Einen hab ich noch gegen.
I'll let him have things.
Still dropping out.
Digo, dispárale, rapidamente, lo mata.